Yep.
Wow, did we get sidetracked?
I don't think we're sidetracked at all. I think that's what it's all about.
No, it is all about role-playing.
Yeah.
So, but you were talking about spelunking being universal.
Yeah, it's system agnostic. So like some of the guys that write for and work at Dungeon Crawl Classics, they came over here. I think it was last year, the year before they came. I think it was 2 years ago. They came over here and they were talking to Thilo Groff, who did a lot of the work on that. It was Thilo and Steven and Douglas Niles that worked on that, and they were just, you know, giving their accolades to them of how much they appreciate it and how they're using their Dungeon Crawl Classics games and how it's so easy to just plug and play into their games. And that is a testament to how they designed it, when the guys worked on it, to make sure that it works with any role-playing game and that you can plug and play it, and specifically that it stands the test of time. So whether we're playing 6th edition, 7th edition, 8th edition in the future, you can still use that book. And that's also why we did it in the classic black and white style. We did all black and white artwork.
Oh.
Kind of harkening back to the, you know, we wanted to kind of like harken back to the Dungeoneer Survival Guide. You wanted to crack it open and go, I remember this kind of art. I remember these kind of cave drawings and
I still
things.
have that book.
Oh, I do too. You know, it sucks is my book somehow ended up in some attic somewhere and got, I think at my parents' house. My parents were like, was this yours? And it was all like torn. I think rats got into it or something.
Nice.
Ripped my book up, and I'm like, damn it.
So
I need to get a new copy of that, the Dungeoneer Survival. Anyone out there that has one, an extra copy, I'd love to talk to you.
2nd edition covers are my favorite covers of all
This is
time.
good stuff, yeah.
Jeff Grubb, easily.
Yeah.
Something about him. I don't know, man.
Have you seen the documentary? There's a documentary.
no.
There's a documentary. I think it's on Amazon Prime. You can watch it for free if you're Amazon Prime. There's a documentary. I can't remember if it's called Eye of the Beholder. I think it might be.
It is. I have seen it there. I have not watched it.
Oh, you got to watch it. It's great. It's really good. They talk about the early days of TSR, and they give a lot of those fun stories that you'd only hear if you went out with Larry, which I luckily had the opportunity to do, and he did some art for us. And I got the original, which I, not necessarily bragging, but I'm just very proud of and excited about, because when I was a teenager, I had his art plastered all over my walls, all those artists we just talked about.
I wasn't allowed to hang up art, but I got the books. Man, did I buy the
wasn't
books.
really allowed to hang up stuff either. I put stuff all over my walls, and my parents would yell at me and try to get me to take it down. But then I started drawing on my walls with markers and stuff, and they said, fine, just hang the art up. That's better than drawing your wall markers.
That's one way. I would have thought
I got in
of
a lot of trouble, but you know.
Yeah, we all did in our own ways, right?
Yeah,
we all did. But what was where I was going to go with it? Are you maybe going to, like, you're already doing Pathfinder 2nd edition remaster stuff?
Yeah.
You ever think about maybe some Savage Worlds kind of stuff?
We actually have done some.
Oh, but it's not. It's over there.
It's all digital or it's print on demand. So you can get on DrivethruRPG. And we did do Savage Worlds, then we did Swade, you know, the new system, SWAD. We did the new system as well. So if there are Savage Worlds fans out there, yeah, you go to DrivethruRPG, you can find some of our adventures. We took our A-series adventures that we originally had for PF1. Well, actually, it's 3.5 back in the day. We did 3.5, Pathfinder 1, 5th edition, and then we converted some of them over to Savage Worlds, so you can get like the first 5 or 6 of the A-series in Swade. So yeah.
So you can do more, or
Depends.
Too much work?
It's work, but it depends on the response. I mean, so far I would say the sales of that haven't been fantastic. They've been okay. I think if more people know they're there, more people buy them, or the more people contact me and say they want more of that. Yeah, I mean, heck yeah, we do more.
But that's generally the way it works.
Yeah, we do more. I mean, the thing is that, you know, the industry's in a state of flux right now. So, you know, it really helps when we can hear from our fans. And I mean, it's sad but true that the wallet speaks. You know, so it's like, what's selling is gonna be, you know, that's how companies stay alive. And during turbulent times, you know, the companies have to produce content that's gonna sell. I wish it weren't so. I wish that we could just do whatever we want, and maybe we can. And we'll see how DrivethruRPG does. If DrivethruRPG kicks butt, then maybe maybe we're gonna go even more off the rails and start doing some really wild stuff.
I think DrivethruRPG's gonna do well.
I hope so. I hope people like what we've come up with, because it's a weird, twisted system, but it's, you know, it riffs off of the Mörk Borg idea of the rules light, you know.
Well, yeah, but that whole system, it's just almost everything that happens and it explodes. It just it just explodes.
Well, it explodes in more than one way than one. It may explode commercially, but it might also explode in your game session and half the party dies.
Well, that's true too. But I mean, I was talking with, you know, I got to interview Tomas from Free League and you know, Keith from Limitron, and we were talking about Mörk Borg in general and just how it works. And they're like, they're like, we just don't necessarily understand it. How everything with it just works.
It just
works.
It's DCC is they really are good at that as well. I mean, it all harkens back to AD&D First Edition, right? AD&D's kind of set the the initial mold of that, and it's that a bunch of random rolls, when you average them all out, it tends to average out, right? Curve. So yeah, you roll this thing and it's crap. You're starting with this tiny little shiv that does 1d4 damage, and that's your main weapon. You're like, oh, good. That's going to be helpful, where someone else might have a d8. But then you might get some really good armor when you roll, and that person might have crap armor, and your background might give you something that person doesn't have. And so that's where it comes into play of, like, I've rolled all this random stuff, but so has everyone else. Now let's talk about our characters. Let's go around the table and talk about our characters. And then you go, okay, well, it looks like you're going to be in the front because you have 6 hit points. I have 1 hit point. Someone put me somewhere in the middle of all this. I do not want to be in the back or the front because, as we all know over the years, that being in the back's not safe either.
What? What are you talking about? I got players I've been playing with for 5 years that haven't learned that yet.
Yeah, I know. Somehow, I remember at the last game, one of my players is like, the Drabboard one I ran, he's like, yeah, I think I'm going to be in the back. And then he's like, or somewhere in the middle. Because he's like thinking, he's like, oh, wait.
Yeah.
No.
What about the ambush?
Yeah.
I'm like,
it happens every time.
For those of you that don't know, as GMs, one of the best things to do in an encounter, if it's too easy, bring more guys in from behind.
Yeah. Or start it off from behind
or
when
from
they're not
above,
expecting it.
Or from above.
Yeah. Flying creatures. Yep.
Yeah. Just flank them.
Yeah.
And they, believe it or not, they will thank you.
Pincer attack.
They thank you. They're like, you almost killed us. That made it worth it, right?
Yeah, it makes the battle a lot more interesting.
Yeah, it's a lot more interesting.
More epic.
I'm going to use the action economy for it. I mean, action economy, you can get into a rut. But if you as a GM change what's happening, add a trap in there, add an area effect, add just some terrain, it goes a long way to messing with that rut of move, swing, swing, move, swing, swing. I cast a spell. Change things around. You got more control over it than what you think. That would be my advice if I'm giving any advice.
No, it's great advice. It's great advice, and it's nice to have some things you can kind of keep hidden too. And sometimes in game sessions, I'll set aside some things. I'll set aside some cards that have riddles on them. I'll set aside some puzzles that are actual, like, those like pieces of metal, they're all twisted around each other and you have to figure out how to undo them.
Oh, you actually use those?
I will. No, trust me, they are fantastic game aids sometimes. You keep those things aside. The riddles, those things, some different pieces of terrain, some different unique encounter ideas, and keep those to the side. You may or may not need them or use them, but if you get to a section of any game where things feel like they're kind of stagnating or something needs to be bumped up a little bit, add that in there, Now, it could be as simple as now the ceiling's slowly coming down like, this, like a foot every round. And now the rogue has to go disarm something. Okay, you give them those chunks of metal and you say, here you go, make me a roll and I might give you some advice on how to start that thing and how to like unravel it or something,
Yep.
And sometimes I'll allow them to do something. Like if you roll high enough, you can hand it to someone else in your group that might actually know more about those. Because like I gave it to one of my guys in my game group, he's like, oh, no. He's like, you chose the wrong guy for this. He's like, I suck at these. I'll do this all day. I'll never get it figured out. So I said, all right, well, go ahead and roll. He rolled high. I said, okay, you can give it, choose somebody you give it to. And someone in the party's like, I'm good at that.
Give me. I'll do it.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, stuff like that. Puzzles go a long way.
They do.
I just started using puzzles in the last year or two. And I think I'm going to use a lot more.
We put them on our website for free, by the way, like on our blog. Our blog has no ads, no garbage, but we do puzzles, riddles, and stuff like that. We usually do like one a week on there. So there's tons of stuff, like if someone wants like to grab a new riddle, because a lot of times riddles online and stuff, you end up with the same ones over and over again. Players are like, I've heard that one before, the thing with the hourglass or whatever. It's like, we do unique ones. We do original riddles that are brand new and stuff. So you can use something that, and sometimes we'll tie them into like things like D&D where it actually makes sense because it fits with maybe a monster or something, so.
And that is a good thing.
Yeah.
All right, so.
Hi, guys.
Mörk Borg's next.
Meet the Nibbles, who's gonna go down. She just decided not to go down my back, so we'll do this for her so she's comfy. Thanks for watching my video, and I appreciate it. Please hit the like button and share it if you know somebody who might be interested. And of course, there's always Twitter and the Facebook thingy, and soon I have a newsletter coming. That'll be down there or in a link below, and my kitty cat loves that idea. So anyway, there was one more thing. Oh yeah, subscribe. Be a part of my community, our community. Let's make it grow together. See you guys at a con somewhere, or a local store, or if I'm driving through the country, maybe a game club. I don't know. You're not going to go knock down my camera. Bye, guys.